Welcome back, everybody, to Football As We See It. With me is Jebby, the postman, who doesn't fail to deliver, and I am Floydie, the seaside Geordie. How's it going, Jebby?
Yeah, good Floydie, lad. Yourself?
Yes, loving it. I've got my first FPL win with a captain Ahmad and such a good hat-trick. Let's talk about that straight away. I was nowhere near. Yeah. I was miles off it. And then second half hat-trick. It's close. Won it by 1 point. Yeah. But yeah, what did you...
It's a brave choice, but I'll tell you what, you've done well. He's a good player.
He's very good. Did you see the finishes? We'll just go straight onto that one now. We might as well. That game, the first half was a bit turbulent, weren't it? Manchester United, Southampton at Old Trafford. What did you take of it? That first half, you just couldn't get a foothold, could they?
Yeah, Southampton could have been 2 or 3-0, couldn't they, half time?
He made chances, though. He had a few, but it's like Ugarte was non-existent. All the hard work he's done over the last couple of weeks, I just felt like it came undone.
That's Soleimani caused some havoc first half, getting in behind, didn't he?
Yeah.
To be fair, he could have made it 2-0 if he squared it at the beginning of the second half, and he went on his own and it went wide. If he squares it, it's 2-0, and it could be a different game, but that's the rawness of him, innit?
Definitely. Well, I felt a bit because fair enough, he did press, but the first goal itself was an own goal, weren't it? I felt for Ugarte. Like, it weren't even shot on target or anything. It just came off his back, didn't it?
From the first flick, wasn't it?
Dibley flicked it on, and then it just like hit his back and went in. But so I did feel for him, but they had it coming. They had it coming, didn't they? But they had a few changes, didn't they, as well? Because obviously Diallo started as the right back.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if that made too much of a difference. I don't know. Well, obviously he was, even in the first half, he was the most impressive Man United player by far.
Yeah.
And that is even in that position. Porro didn't have control of his game. He felt like still a little bit raw. He needs to play more,
don't he?
Yeah.
He needs to play a little bit more.
Yeah, it seems like the Premier League's still a bit new for him, doesn't it? I think he has to get foothold into that. But Onana had a great game.
Yeah, good double save, wasn't it, first half?
He had a couple of other saves as well, but that double save was mental. Like, he spread himself so good. Yeah. And they were even saying Peter Schmeichel-esque, the way that he just like, he was so big. His frame just covered the net goal, didn't it? But again, on a punditry point of view, they say, he shot it straight at him. But from point blank range, you don't have every angle of the goal available, do you? So,
I think the first one out of the two was the better one. The second one was more just getting up and he just hit him. But the first one was the better one.
Yeah. So second half comes in, 1-0 down. Amaron. It still took about 15, 20 minutes to really change. We started pressing a bit more. Mainu had gone off by this point, and Anthony had come on. And then Anthony had that chance.
Where he slid it wide. Yeah, it just didn't quite fall for him, did it?
He saw it and just didn't judge it the right second. And basically tried to pass it back to the guy who kicked it to him. But yeah, I felt for him, but he put himself out a bit. But he's not the Man United player, is he? He's not got it. He's trying, but he's a worse version of Darwin Núñez. That's all I can say. The worst version of him. Someone that's trying, and he's genuinely not trying, but he's not getting anywhere. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
With him. And then Ben Ahmad creeps up with his first goal.
Yeah.
What did you think of that one?
A bit lucky to get it back, wasn't it? A bit of a deflection, wasn't it?
Yeah, ricocheted.
The second one was a beautiful goal. Second was a beautiful goal. Great ball by Ericsson, wasn't it?
Oh.
And then the third one is just Southampton all over it.
Yeah, being on the ball as well. Ahmad was there, sharp. A lot of people could have 2-1 up now, took half a step back. Like, you're winning, but he was alert, weren't he? He saw the ball, saw what they were doing, bang, bang, goal. But yeah, by far the highlight of that game was, I'd say, not even the finish, but in total, the ball from Ericsson. The way he he slices it just with the inside, just over. Drops onto his toe. That's the second one on his toe like that he's done. Because for one against Man City was a similar kind of setup for the finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's a good player. He's getting super consistent any week in, week out.
Well, he's done me good this week anyway.
Yeah.
Puts
Well
one win on the chart for my FPL. But yeah,
that's good.
all good. Transfers for January, it's a little bit quiet at the minute, but we're a bit.
Yeah.
There's things being said, isn't there? Like you've just seen today, Haaland. What do you think of that?
Well, yeah, it's probably to do with FFP in it. I don't know. It's just madness in it now. The contracts, some of them, what was going on at Chelsea now, Man City. It looks like he's going to beat Shearer's record, isn't he?
If he stays there, if he stays,
yeah.
He signs another contract next year, he'll be about 45 by the time he leaves.
Well, they might go into the Championship yet. We don't know. And then they can come through that and then get into the Premier League again. We just don't know, do we?
I don't think it is. I think we know. Do you think Haaland would sign a 9-year deal if they're about to get relegated? Come on.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This is what I mean. Some of the players that are coming in, you might think twice of coming in and then drop into the Championship. I don't know.
I think they know.
Don't know.
I think the club and the hierarchy know exactly what's happened now. And it's a shame because obviously they've done a lot of stuff wrong. But in the grand scheme of it, money talks, and it's a different world dealing with clubs like that. I wouldn't even like to get into it all because I don't understand it all. But the ins and outs of what's been going on and what hasn't been going on, it's a bit of a mental one with Man City. Yeah, definitely. Look how long it's taken to even get to where it is. Years. Yeah, mental. So Saudi Arabia, Al Hilal have chose not to extend or they've chose not to put Neymar into the team going forward this year. It looks like that contract could be terminated. And now, obviously, breaking news yesterday on Sky Sports was saying they think there's a plan being formulated. They think there's a contract being made up to offer to Mo Salah for the end of the season. Which is obviously, we all know, right? Look at this one. Lloyd Kelly, right, is on 125 grand a week. But we think, just like as a Newcastle fan, people talk about that because we signed him on a free contract as a free agent. So we get a better wage packet, don't we?
Yeah.
Can you even imagine what Mo Salah will be offered if he leaves as a free agent?
No, silly money, innit?
It's bonkers money. Great. I wouldn't even like to. It's not even like your 500 grand a week or something. If he's going as a free agent, because then the value of his contract, he's got the value of him inside it. He could end up being one of the richest players ever. I know football's the bread and butter. That's with the footballers. But at the end of the day, these guys have got families and stuff, and someone's about to offer you could be £2 million a week for a year and a half. I don't care who you are. If you're working as what you do or what I do, you're taking it, aren't you? Yeah, that's how I see it. Once you've won everything, I don't care what you say. If you've got a family and stuff and you're getting offered money like that towards the end of your career, I'd love to see him in the Premier League, but I think it's inevitable that something, but he'll turn it down.
Time will tell.
It will. Do you agree with me on that, though? I know you say the standard of football, but someone's potentially going to put about 200 million quid in your back pocket. You're not going to say, no, I'm going to play one more in the Premier League.
I think he'll sign a 2-year deal with Liverpool, no matter what the Saudis do. That's my opinion.
Wow, I think you're mental. I think you're absolutely mental. That's like saying someone asked you to stay 2 more years at Royal Mail and they'll give you an extra £5 an hour.
Yeah, he's not motivated though by
How
money.
do you know? You don't know Mo Salah. You do not know Mo Salah. What about you?
Yeah, I could tell though.
Shut up, man. He's got kids and he could have grandkids, and could support generations of his family. But you think he's going to stay at Liverpool where he's won everything already?
He wants to play at top level, doesn't he, for at least another 2 years? He already said that in interviews. It's just the contract's not been sorted yet. Whatever they offer him, he won't go there just yet. He will end up his career there, but not just quite yet, I don't think.
No.
But he's got another 2 years at Liverpool at least.
All right. Well, only time will tell, won't it? But I don't think. I think anyone's bonkers thinking of it like that. It's like getting offered a fight in boxing and saying I'd rather fight in York Hall than in Saudi, where you're going to get an extra 5 zeros on the end of your paycheck.
Yeah,
but it's
like I said, he's earning decent money at Liverpool, isn't he? So he's still earning 350, 400 grand
I know,
a week.
but it
So
doesn't matter in work, though, does it? You'd never say that at your work. If someone offered you now double your salary, you'd go, wouldn't you? You'd be
I
on the
don't
phone to
know.
your missus. Shut up. You'd be on the phone to your missus. I've just been offered 100% pay rise. And you'd be
I've never
like,
been motivated by money, so I don't know. I prefer the football side.
yeah, but everyone prefers the football side because we're football fans. But until you're in that situation and your agent's brokering deals for you, just look what
Time will
happened.
tell.
It definitely will. But Saudi always seem to win, don't they, though? With the golf, with the boxing, with the football. And it just shows
Yeah,
everyone says money
Yeah.
doesn't talk, but in every other sport, all the golfers, all the boxers, loads of big footballers, it does talk, and it speaks volumes because that's why they've got it all.
Mm.
But as a Premier League fan, I'm on your side. But I honestly can't see how he'll turn down such a significant paycheck, such a magnificent paycheck that'll be you'll never ever get a chance to get offered it again.
Well, it will. He will get offered it again.
Depends though, because he's on the top of his game, Jebby. If next season he scores 10, has an injury, has 4 assists, and picks up a few knocks and plays 40% less games, they might go, hold on. You're 33 now and you decline. He's the best player in the world at this minute. That's how I see it, personally. But yeah. Anyway, like you said, that's for another day. But you think your closing statement on that is you think he'll sign a 2-year deal at Liverpool?
I certainly do, yeah.
Well, hopefully for Liverpool he will. Oh yeah. Go on, take it away. Let's go for a Premier League game this week.
Leicester. Palace.
All right, yeah, Leicester Palace. Thoughts we had for that one 2-0 Palace, wasn't it?
Yeah, another defeat, wasn't it, for Leicester?
Yeah.
They had a few chances, didn't they, first half? Couldn't take them. Palace took their second half.
Yeah, Vardy had a good chance, didn't he? Spooned it.
Yeah, they rely on him too much, though, I think, now. But maybe need to get a couple of players in January just to help him out.
Is Daka?
He's not getting any younger.
No, is he? Is Daka still there?
Yeah, Daka's still there. Yeah, he's been coming on and doing all right. Potential when he first came in, weren't they? But yeah, they're just struggling, aren't they, a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. And Crystal Palace, Mark Gay, weren't it? Volley.
Yeah, and Eze, was it?
Eze assist, yeah. And who was the first one? Mateta,
yeah.
Mateta was consistent. He's getting a bit more consistency about him, isn't he?
I think Palace are. I think they've hit a bit of form the last few games, haven't they?
Yeah, they are. They're starting to. Well, they're just going to finish where they do finish, though, aren't they? They're a mid-table team, but they're pulling themselves out of the danger, aren't they? That's what they're doing.
We do it every year, don't we?
What?
We never worry about them.
Yeah, no, they don't. They do good. But it was slightly concerning this season because of how well they finished last year. They dropped off significantly, didn't they? But everyone thought they could have took off where they left off, but it didn't pan out like that. Especially losing Elise.
He's been playing well for Bayern.
And Nketiah's never really done anything yet, has he? What do you think of that?
He just can't get in at the moment, can he? Because Mateta's scoring goals and he likes to play that one up front, doesn't he? So Sar's playing well, and then he obviously got Eze on the other side. It's hard for him to get in it? So he's getting minimal minutes.
From a managerial point of view and from a player, right? Mateta finished strong last season, didn't he? Yeah. So Nketiah's signing, and he's a number 9. He's signing 30 million, 35 million. Surely you're thinking he's left Palace, he's left Arsenal because he's not playing football. You know the scenario you're moving into as a footballer. So why is he? I don't understand sometimes. Like he couldn't cement. He played the first few games and he couldn't cement down the right side, could he? He wasn't playing that good cutting in. I think his place is for number 9, but you're not getting it off Mateta.
Yeah, but Mateta's been all right last few games, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As a footballer, when you're not getting football, why would you sign for someone when you know you're not going to get football?
I don't know. It's just got to keep fighting, haven't you? When you just got to keep fighting, and eventually it'll turn, hopefully for you.
Yeah, I reckon. Mateta could be a good signing for Arsenal. I think it's a kind of player that we need.
Arsenal are a massive football club, Pete. They need someone who's top quality.
Why is
One
it
of the biggest clubs in the world, Arsenal.
Since when?
Since the football's began in the 80s, 90s.
Well, everyone says Newcastle are one of the biggest clubs, but sorry, but you're only as good as what you win, and they win nothing. So I don't understand why they all of a sudden have a divine right to sign whoever they want. Why do they have that right to sign whoever they want when we've got no honours over the last 10 years, really? Why? What makes them...
They've won an FA Cup.
One FA Cup. I think Leicester have won more in the last 10 years than Arsenal. What makes Arsenal? What makes Arsenal be able to sign whoever they want? What makes them say Isak has to go?
They don't sign anyone they want.
Oh, they don't. But the way you say that, then they're like, he can't score goals, and as a proven Premier League goal scorer, and you're saying someone like Mateta isn't good enough for them. But Gabriel Jesus,
top quality.
But why did we sign Jesus then? Why did we sign Jesus then?
Gabriel Jesus was all right at Man City, wasn't he?
But he didn't play all the time. He didn't play all the time. So, but when you're saying top, you're saying it as if the best in the world. Like, what I'm saying is, like, Mateta's doing brilliant. So he's not. No better team is going to give him a shot. He plays for France international team because we can't score goals. We can't score goals, and we need a 9. With everybody in the world saying it right now.
Mateta's a confidence player. He'll score you 10 a season.
He's clearly scored 10 already.
20 to 30 goals. He's scored 20 to 30 goals a season.
He's scoring 10 already at Palace. So you're telling me if you go with Saka and Odegaard and people like that, that's not going to increase his goal ratio? You don't only score what you score for a lower team.
They'll never go for someone who's mediocre in Mateta. He never will.
They signed Jorginho as a midfielder. He's mediocre. They signed Partey. He's mediocre.
Yeah, we're talking
about Saliba when he signed. Now he's the best defender in the world. I'm sure Saliba went out on loan his first season because he weren't good enough to get the Arsenal team.
We're talking about very rare breeds of strikers that
and it's a number 9.
Lots of goals.
You don't get many number 9s.
It's hard to get them. It's hard to get them, isn't it?
Yeah, but if he's international level and he's scoring goals, I see that as a good quality striker. I just feel like the way you said it shoots.
No, not for me. Not for me.
And you think that Sesko is at Red Bull? You think he's a world-class striker that Arsenal's sniffing around?
Well, not really. What? Benjamin Sesko?
Yeah. He got turned down by him last year and we're looking at him again.
Yeah. Like I said, we all have this debate, but for me, Alexander Isak is the one for me.
But what if you... I don't think for any way... Yeah, but he wouldn't go to Arsenal. I don't think you... Why would he?
Because they're an absolute huge football club. I know Newcastle are a big club, but they're not as big as Arsenal.
But from the Wenger years, but I don't see why he'd leave Newcastle. I can't see why he'd leave Newcastle. You could say they're one step away from winning. You could say they're one step away from winning the Premier League, Arsenal, without having a striker. But I'd personally say, you could say it's biased, but Newcastle are about 3 steps away. Newcastle's midfield and attack is second to none in the Premier League at the minute. It's the best. Tonali, Bruno, and Joe Linton. No better 3 in midfield. Obviously, you could talk Man City on a different day if Rodri's fit. Liverpool, I'd go as far as saying your 3 is, they're not better than Newcastle's. I'd say they're pretty much on par, and form speaks. The 3, 6-class midfielders there. Your McAllister, your Gravenberches, your Curtis Jones, and then you've got your Tonali, Joe Linton, Bruno Guimaraes. They're pretty much level pegging, I'd say, now on that. And then the top 3, we're weak down the right. Fair enough, we are. Liverpool are got the strongest top 3, and Arsenal are weak down the middle. But I don't think we're far away. If you're Isak and you're in with Eddie Howe and all them now, are you really thinking, I'm going to jump ship? Newcastle could end up overtaking Arsenal in the next 3 years if Arsenal don't win. People might start thinking, Real Madrid are coming. We're not winning anything. It's a fickle sport, football, isn't it?
I'm just seeing it as an Arsenal view, what they need.
Oh, of course, you want the best.
That's what they need.
Why are they not saying Haaland, then, if they're talking about the best? Why are they always talking to us? Because we're a smaller club. Just today. just today, but I'm talking about in general. We always talk about the team that's slightly behind, as if it's a given you'll get them. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, no,
That's my argument. It's annoying.
Arsenal view, they need a top quality number 9, and there's not many out there.
No.
And Alexander Isak, for me, he's still quite young. Is he 25, 26?
Yeah.
And we don't know if he's available or what. But
well, he's definitely not available, is he? Well,
no.
The richest club in the world don't need money, and why would it be bonkers to even sell him? You can't replace that kind of player.
I'm just saying what Arsenal need. And Arsenal need someone like that.
I just hate the way he name drop him all the time when there's other strikers in the world that are that good.
Because he's hot property at the moment, Isak, and that's Newcastle will always be a big club, but they will never be as big as Arsenal, and that's just the way it is, unfortunately.
They will one day.
It is.
It will one day. We'll just watch. Maybe not in our lifetime, but it'll come. So we'll see. We'll see, won't we? Football's football. I just hate it's the whole big club thing, isn't it? The whole big club comment. It's annoying, and that Mateta thing is annoying because I think Mateta is good enough to play as a striker. Højlund, was he good enough to go to Man United? It was like Alvarez when we signed him at Man City. Was he a world class striker? No, but we leave as world-class strikers.
Different circumstances. Højlund's going into a Man United team that's struggling.
All right, then say Alvarez then. We signed Alvarez for 20 million, Man City, and he's absolutely brilliant.
But Alvarez was number 2. Was always playing second fiddle to Haaland.
So was Jesus. Yeah, but so was Jesus. No, you can't.
Jesus at the time, though, was in as a number 1, really, wasn't he? Because they didn't really have it, because they sold Aubameyang.
Well, they had Haaland for the first year when we sold Jesus, didn't we?
Yeah.
They had them both.
I'm just saying it as an Arsenal, what they need, and that's who I think they...
So there's no other number 9 in the Premier League that we could snap up which would improve them? Is that what you're telling me, apart from Alexander Isak?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not one?
Yeah.
No one?
But obviously, Haaland just signed a contract, and there's a few out there, but obviously Jota's a good player. But like I said, I'm on about it realistically.
Yeah.
Alexander Isak.
Well, that's not realistic. Yeah, but it's not a realistic transfer, is it? Right, let's get off this one. Let's get off this. We need to move on. We'll spend it. I don't think so. Well, let's move on. Let's go.
Let's see where they finish.
Yeah. Who are you talking about? Arsenal or Newcastle? Who finished?
I'm on about, both. Let's see where they finish. Who comes up with some silverware? Let's have a look.
Okay, no problem. Right, Bournemouth, Chelsea, 2-2. Last gasp free kick. What do we think of that?
Yeah, Reece James, he needed it, and he needs some minutes on the pitch, and he had a good goal as well.
It was class goal. And Semenyo with a great strike as well, wasn't it, to be fair?
Yeah, it was a really good strike by Semenyo. They're playing well again, Bournemouth. I know they're missing a couple of players, aren't they? But they seem to get to adapt, don't they?
It just don't seem like we can shut a game down, Chelsea, at the minute, do we?
No, they have loads of the ball, don't they? Have a few chances, don't they? But they rely on Cole Palmer a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I know you're going about Nicholas Jackson, but he's not been doing well in the last 10 games, has he? He started the season well. You haven't really got many midfielders that are going to score goals either. You've got some very good players like Caicedo and Enzo and all that, but they're not goal scorers, are they? So you need some more from the wide men. And it's just Cole Palmer. It's just through Cole Palmer, everything, isn't it?
So, I know he's not always playing, but when I say them, I'm saying like Sancho, Neto, Madueke, not putting my numbers in. I mean, João Felix.
We don't. Yeah, that's what I mean. They need to. And even we talked about that Dewsbury Hall. He's not even had I don't think he's had a Premier League game, has he, this season?
No, that's a shame, that really. He was good. Brighton wanted him, and he's a good player. 30 million quid, and it looks like he might go this transfer window. So
they do rely heavily on Cole Palmer, and they need to stop that, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. But it's good, I'd say, for other teams, because for less 3 points that are going on the table, it's getting closer and closer, isn't it? Aston Villa, a good win for Aston Villa away at Everton. Moyes' first game back. Same old for Everton. Just couldn't put the ball in the net. Had a few chances, but
they do. But they struggle, don't they, to create open chances. It's all just off the cuff, just a little bit hit and miss, and set pieces here and there. It's going to be like that all season for Everton. They're going to survive because they've got David Moyes in charge.
I was about to say that. Do you think we'll stay safe?
Yeah, I just think the three teams that got promoted will probably go down. I just
Yeah,
think they're not quite good enough. I know Ipswich are still competing, aren't
yeah.
they? But I'm not sure about them three teams. So
I think it'll be like the bottom, just outside relegation. You're going to be looking at like Everton and Wolves are going to be fighting. I think they'll both
yeah,
stay up, but it's going to be them
yeah.
two that are just there or thereabouts.
Wolves have got goals in them, haven't they? Wolves got loads of goals in them.
Yeah, even against
But
us, he had plenty of chances. But just
yeah, they had 6 shots from target after 90 minutes. It's quite good at St.
yeah,
James's Park to create
on,
6 chances. So
on
and twice at the woodwork, didn't they?
a different day.
So
Yeah, a different day they could have gone in, couldn't they? Like if it's less formed teams, different keepers. But yeah, and West Ham pulling together another win under Potter.
yeah, his first win, wasn't it? So
Bad defending by Fulham though, that weren't it?
yeah, fucking crazy stat, wasn't it? He had 6 touches in Fulham's box in the whole game and scored 3. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah,
Touches, he scored 3 goals. So they've got a lot of work to do, West Ham. I know they got the win, but it was more down to Fulham being a bit
yeah,
from the back, just giving the ball.
they
They've
did.
given 2 goals away, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The two of them away, and 2 good finishes by Iwobi. To be fair to him,
Yeah.
he's in some form
I
at the
just put
minute,
him in.
isn't he?
Put him in my FPL actually, will be.
Have you?
Yeah.
I thought just back onto FPL. I thought I was going to lose, the week because I took Foden out of my team, and Foden got a brace. I was like, Jesus,
No.
because I took Foden out. I went -4. I put Ahmad in, and can't remember who else. Anyway, I went -4 to get Ahmad in, and then ended up Ahmad was the one that actually won at me. So tactical genius by the
Yeah.
seaside Geordie.
He's just hit a bit of form as well, Foden, hasn't he? He's just hit a bit of form.
Yeah,
So
he's really
I'm
coming
glad
into it.
he's
I am.
a world class player.
As an English player, you just want him to perform as well, don't you? Really.
Yeah.
But just talking about English players performing, Anthony Gordon, he's playing brilliant at the minute. He's really coming into it this season.
Yeah.
Slow starter.
They've got a good understanding, haven't they?
Yeah, even like the assist by Isak for Gordon's goal, good pullback.
Yeah.
It's just good. He's playing really well. They're on fire. But two assists again by Robinson for Fulham. He's got the third most assists in the Premier League this season, I think.
Yeah, behind Saka and Salah. So
yeah,
he's doing really well, isn't
Yeah. So he's doing good. Do you think he'll end up leaving? Do you think someone will try and snap him up? It's left back because you're talking about a weakness for Liverpool.
he? I'll be looking at him. I'll certainly be looking at him. There's no doubt because he's got a bit of everything, hasn't he? He can defend, he can attack, he's got pace galore, he's powerful, he can put a ball in.
And
I'll be looking Liverpool, yeah. I definitely would be for the summer, without a shadow of a doubt.
and the assists are on the
He's
table.
the standout left back in the division anyway, isn't he? He's been the standout left back in the division.
Him and Lewis, for assists wise, but him and Lewis Hall, they're the most on form, I'd say, left backs.
Yeah, Lewis Hall's been good last,
I think he's a better
2 months.
defender.
He started the season quite, just normal.
Oh, yeah, he started the season as Newcastle did, a little bit slow, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he come into it.
Yeah, Robinson's brilliant. Robinson is. I really think he's really good to watch. And so's Kirkes at Bournemouth.
Yeah,
I think he's really
good player.
He is, and all taking on that role of really like pushing up and getting the assists. And he scores a couple of goals, Kirkes. Yeah, so Man City 2-0 up. Same old, or is it just Thomas Frank's he's a great manager of a great team? Whose fault was that? Was it a City? Did City fall away, or did Brentford just keep pushing?
Well, you know what Brentford are play like at home, don't they? They give everyone a game, don't they? They're unbelievable. They score, they concede.
Yeah.
Their games are just amazing, aren't they, at home? But I think it was more to do with City in it. Just manage the game a little bit at 2-0. But that's just the story of their season, isn't it? It's just the intensity isn't there anymore. No. So teams can just get at you now. Do you know what I mean? Home and away, especially when they're playing away, City. Yeah. If you give Brentford any encouragement to get forward and put balls in, they will do.
Definitely.
And to be fair, they could have won it right at the end as well. If it weren't for the off the line by someone, I can't remember who it was. So
yeah, I saw that.
But Pep's, I don't know, Pep's just strange with his interview after as well, saying, it was a good point in the end. I'm like, strange, really, to say that when you're 2-0 with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Brentford again, Wissa with another goal is just overtaken Tony, so he's the top goal scorer, all-time top goal scorer for Brentford now.
They're a dangerous team, aren't they, Brentford?
And Liverpool, we'll move on to that now because Liverpool drew with Forest, which was it was a game of two halves, I'd say. So Forest had the first half and Liverpool dominated the second half, but it was absolutely brilliant defending. But on a different day, they could have easily won if a defender was half a yard to one side. It could have been goals everywhere. But
to be fair, they played really well. Liverpool second. I thought they had 52 touches in their box away from home. 52 touches is unbelievable in a Premier League game, especially away from home. So they did everything right, but not score 2 or 3 goals. But you got to give credit to Forest because that's the way they've been doing it all season, haven't they?
Yeah,
defending deep and just putting everything on the line. And that keeper's just been on absolute fire. The save at the end from Gakpo with the best one.
Definitely.
It took a slight deflection and just unbelievable.
Yeah, Sells has been brilliant.
Taking that before the game, a draw. I said to get beaten.
Yeah, you did.
Take a draw.
You also called that it'd be draws between Brentford and Chelsea and Man City. Bournemouth and Chelsea and Brentford and Man City. You called that one.
Got the correct scores as well. Put both.
You said what on? But you didn't tell us that. You said score draws. So
yeah, Super 6. Put 2 draws.
Did you put 2-2 on them both?
Yes. So Simon Osborne winning 100 grand, predicting all 6 correct scores.
You got all 6. Oh my God! Right, because obviously Wolves scored, didn't they, as well? Was Newcastle on there?
Yeah.
And it got disallowed for the handball. Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
He predicted 3-0, didn't he? Newcastle 2-1, obviously Arsenal, and then all the others that came in. So well done to him.
Well done to Simon Osborne. Bloody hell. That's all right, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And right, well, we'll go into the last games then. Newcastle Wolves. We'll speak about that then. So from the get-go, it was quite even, I'd say, ish for first half. Newcastle had the better chances. There were no mugs for Wolves. Wolves put some pressure on. I watched all that one. Wolves put some pressure on. Strand Larson hit the post just before half time, but could have changed the game. Outside of the post, I think he dragged it a little bit.
Yeah, he's a sitter, wasn't
it? It weren't a sitter, but it could have gone. On a different day, it could have gone in. Newcastle started good, had about a 15-minute spell of dropping a little bit intensity, and then picked it back up. And I just think, made
a few changes, though, didn't they? Just to freshen things up because we're the early kick-off tomorrow.
Yeah, but Isak again, just unplayable at the minute, isn't he? There's nothing else to say about him.
They're just flying out at Newcastle at the moment. Is it 9 straight wins in all competitions? Isaac's got 8 straight league. So he's got 3 away from Vardy to equal, 4 away from breaking it.
Yeah.
I won't put it past him scoring again tomorrow. But yeah, they're just flying out the Newcastle. They've got a good, not many injuries at the moment. The squad's not massive.
But like, he brought the right people off the bench, didn't he? Like Miley came on for a bit. Like Osulu came on. And Isak went off after 70 minutes. So, I mean, you're stopping him potentially getting his hat-trick, but the game management by Eddie Howe is brilliant, I'd say, at the moment.
Yeah, he's a good manager, Eddie Howe. He always has been.
One game, and it'll make it 10 wins in a row. One game, and he's never beat them, and it's his team. How important is tomorrow's midday kickoff? It's massive. I'd say it's for a Newcastle fan, and from a perspective of making it 10 in a row, Eddie Howe, Bournemouth through and through, and not winning there, and we're at home, and we're on fire. But they're on fire. They've done 8 games. They've drawn a few, but their 8 games are at a loss, I think, aren't they?
Well, even when Eddie Howe was at Bournemouth, Newcastle used to struggle against Bournemouth anyway.
Yeah.
I think they got beat when McLaren was in charge at home to Bournemouth. So they do struggle against Bournemouth. But
who didn't beat us when McLaren was in charge?
Yeah, true.
No, I get you. Yeah, it's.
I think they might do it though tomorrow. I've got a sneaky feeling Newcastle might put that voodoo away.
I'm as nervous tomorrow as I would be if it was playing Arsenal again or Chelsea or Liverpool. Honestly, I just feel like getting that 10 in a row. and beating a team that you've not beat ever, like, or not ever, but beating a team that you've not beaten and you know you've not beaten and you know you've struggled, if you can overcome that, and then we're on 22 games and it's another 3 points on the table. Don't know. I'm sticking with Alan Shearer at the minute. There's still hope. As a fan, obviously, from a different point of view, you can say not, but as a fan, how can you not talk about us with 10 wins in a row and convincing wins? We've
Talk
got
about you in what way though? What, title contenders or top four?
top four. We've been top four contenders since the first game of the season. We're Newcastle now, aren't we? We're going to be thereabouts. Last season we had a little drop off, but we're always going to be spoke about and outside for the top four. Now we're well inside for top four. But there's a slight glimmer where people say that Nottingham Forest, you've got to class them as title contenders. If you've got to do that, how can you not class Newcastle as a title contender? Yeah, that's for another day. Tomorrow, we've got to take a game at a time. But I'm saying it's got to be seeds planted. If we win again tomorrow, you've got to be thinking, Jesus, 3 points. Yeah. We're not dropping. Your Forests, Man Cities, Arsenal's, Liverpool's, they're drawing. And you say draws come, that's football. But Newcastle at this minute, it's 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. And it's only so long until them 3 points start catching up the people that are dropping points with draws. So, again, I'm a Newcastle fan, so I speak from my heart and I speak as a fan. So, I speak of what we want, what all the Geordies want. Of course, you want to win the league. And I'm not going to go, no, there's no chance, because you know yourself, we've seen Leicester, we've seen things happen, haven't we? So,
I have. I just think they've given too much to do from the early season, I think. Just too much to do, in my opinion. They have to win every single game to get 89 points. Are they going to win every single game? It's pretty much improbable, isn't it?
Highly unlikely, but you can't stop us dreaming, Jebby. The Geordies are going for it.
No, but I did, before the season, when I predicted, though, I did tell you they will finish fourth. And it's looking a good shoe bet now. 4th or 3rd, isn't it? In my opinion. So, but you keep dreaming. You know, you never know. Points tally might be 80 this season. Definitely. You just don't know.
You don't.
We'll see.
We're going on to the last team then. Was the North London derby. Bit of a disappointment, I'd say. Really?
Yeah, it was all right. It was dominated first 25 minutes by Arsenal. Tottenham couldn't string a pass together. Then obviously they got the goal, Tottenham, against the run of the play, and then they came into it a little bit. Arsenal obviously got 2 goals.
Scrappy goals.
Yeah, they always are scrappy with Arsenal at the moment. Set pieces, they rely on them too much. But it's part of football, isn't it?
An own goal by Solanke, weren't it?
But that's it's because of the ball in and the run from Gabriel. That's why. It's nothing to do with the own goal. It's just they do it in on the training ground week in, week out, don't they? You can tell it's a nightmare for.
Well, then Trossard's, it was a goal kick, so
yeah. I know you'll be disappointed with that, but you've still got to defend it, haven't you? But
we did. We defended it, and it was a goal kick.
Yeah, I know.
So again, and I know I openly say I'm not a fan of Arteta, but they're getting so much praise for not doing anything good. I honestly think it'll be awful for the Premier League if they win the title, because they're not entertaining in any kind of way. Like, again, they've just got 3 points in a North London derby, and for a goal that shouldn't have been a goal and an own goal. Well, what the hell? It's like.
Well, this is what I keep labelling them down, like a Mourinho team. They are boring as anything.
It's still harsh, actually.
That's the way he has to play, in my opinion, because they haven't got the attacking talent as at Liverpool and City, and even probably Newcastle, really, at the moment. So they have to, like you said, you like football the way teams play to their strengths, and that's what Arsenal are doing, aren't they?
Suppose, but
it is boring. It's not free flowing like it was last season.
That's what I mean. When you say the strengths, Jebby, this last season, pretty much the same attack was there. So the strengths are still to play attacking football, but I suppose the stronger playing boring football.
The best strengths are defensively. Defensively, the best team in the country now, still defensively, because they've conceded less goals than anyone. And even though they still concede a little bit more this season than they did last season, their base is defence. It is. And then they've still got flair players in midfield and still got attacking players, but they're not a massive really attacking team. They're not. If you look at them,
but what goals did we score last year? Did we not score the most?
They scored a hell of a lot of goals, but
is it not 91 goals or something?
Yeah, but they put teams to bed who they should have done, if you know what I mean. I was talking more like the massive games against a Liverpool or a City or a Newcastle, whoever. That's where they'd struggle, and that's why I thought they'd struggle this season. They still put them lower teams like your West Hams and all that to bed, don't they? But they struggled a little bit more this season. But they are a defensive team. They are. I mean, there's no you can look at it.
Yeah, it's no argument about that, is there really?
Yeah, they are. They are like a Mourinho team. I think Arteta thinks they can only win it by being really, really solid. And time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Got another tough game tomorrow, haven't they, against Villa?
Very tough. We all like Emery, don't we? And I remember Villa turned him over last year, didn't we? 2-0.
Yeah, that was there. Yeah.
And Villa, good little win against Everton, just to put them back up there. Like, yeah, we're still here, and they need it. As much as you can say Arsenal need it, Aston Villa need that win, because if Newcastle do beat Bournemouth and a Chelsea win, Villa need to stay in with a sniff of fourth. They need the win.
But they've got expectations, have they?
Well, they have. They won Champions League again.
Top three. I know, but they're not like massive, are they? Expectations. It's going to always be a different season for Villa with the Champions League.
Yeah, but and they did drop off, and now it's their time to a resurgence, I'd say. And I really like their attack, and I honestly think the Aston Villa attack will give Arsenal a hell of a lot of problems.
It will, and I've put it down as a draw tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I think it'll be 1-1.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, 1-0. That's a fair shout, but then it's another 2 points dropped for Arsenal. Saying it like that, it'll be 22 points dropped in 22 games.
Yeah.
Is that a Premier League winning team? I don't think so. But
no.
But again, this is a different season this year. Anything could happen.
I'm expecting Liverpool to win tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a tough game. I think it'll be a good game for them to play, because it's not a low block team. It's a team that go for it, innit?
Yeah.
So it's who's going to outscore who. And I just think Liverpool outscore Brentford tomorrow.
At Anfield as well, is it?
They have to get back to winning ways again.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. And we've got Champions League coming up soon, so we need to put them points back on the table now, because then you're opening up to potential injuries moving forward and little bits like that.
Yeah. And you can see Salah a little bit. He's getting a bit, not rusty, but you can tell there's been a lot of football. He's played in a lot of football. So.
Yeah, definitely. And then it goes into the Carabao Cup again. So with the second legs of the semi-final. Just talk about the semi-finals and Carabao Cup and that. Did you know it's 2007 was the last time an English manager won a major trophy? Harry Redknapp at Portsmouth. I mean, we're long overdue, aren't we? Why do you think that is? Why have we not got English managers?
David Boyd is a British manager. He won a cup for West Ham. He's British.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've had a few Scottish, but English manager. Yeah. We're in England. This is the EPL, the English Premier League. What do you think of it? Like it's.
No, it's the way they've been maybe coached when they were younger. That the foreigners are completely different. They trust the foreigners more. I don't know.
Is it right? Why have we not got more English managers coming through then? Why have you because obviously everyone's like football's developed, like you Phil Fodens, and it's not a game that we used to play, is it? It's not the straight long ball game. Everyone's trying to do the foreign way, but obviously now that many people have done it. You've got managers that have brought up like that and done all that. So I don't understand why. And then when you do, like your Lampards and stuff like that, and obviously we talk about Wayne Rooney, and I'm just using Rooney as an example. I'm not saying anything about managerial, but we get shot down so fast when we don't do anything. Yeah, and that's because they're English. It's the media. It's the press.
Yeah,
we're guilty of it. You've done it. I mean, why do we do it? Because we're English. It's one of the. But if he was a foreign manager, you wouldn't even be talking about him, and he wouldn't get any stick because you don't know him. That's what I think is a little bit of a shame, but.
Yeah, I think it's the way they've been cultured, aren't they, when they're younger, the English managers. I think the foreign managers they know what they're doing, don't they? They just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But yeah, it's an hard one, but the only decent one at this moment in time is Eddie Howe, isn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, Eddie Howe's done so good, but he's still not got a trophy yet. So hopefully that'll be this season. But that's what it's all about, isn't it? As managers like Eddie Howe, they want a trophy. So I mean, it's tough. It's hard to win a trophy.
But we don't get opportunity. Man United, obviously Ferguson was there for years, but
yeah, I mean, don't think of it Arsenal for so many years. They were there. They were long haul managers, weren't they? So it was hard to get in there. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea,
Man City had an English manager. Yeah. If you had Mark Hughes, it was Welsh.
Yeah.
And I think after that, we had Mancini, we had Pellegrini.
Yeah.
Now we have
Yeah, I just think a lot of it to do is money, isn't it? As well.
What, you think an English manager would be expensive? Or you just think they're not good enough?
I just think some of them are not good enough, are they? I think the top players, weren't they, when we were growing up and all that? But I think some of them, like Gary Neville, even says it himself. When he was at Valencia, terrible time, wasn't it? He's just not worked for him. But that's just one of the, incidents, isn't it? But it is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm rooting for Eddie Howe Newcastle, to get to the final and hopefully win it.
Yeah.
Because I think it'll be good. I really think it'll be good for English football.
It'll be absolutely brilliant. Of course it'll be good. Jordy's some more silverware. We've won back-to-back Cellar Cups and we've won 2 championships. Well, now we need something real.
It's been too long, hasn't it? So let's back him to get there to the final and win it.
Yes. And on that note, we'll leave on that positive note, Jebby, and then we'll catch up after the weekend.
We certainly will.
Okay. Ciao for now, then. See you in a bit, mate. See you later, pal.